Cardinals. Now the Cardinals look to go on offense here. Here's Julian Ramos. He'll take a shot, and he finds the back of the goal. Match win streak once this night is over. Now we've got a ball threaded through and a chance here coming up the left side, and here's a shot and a goal! So Francisco Rodriguez will take the corner kick, bending it in, a header and a goal! Stadium. Brainerd visits Alexandria for varsity girls soccer and varsity boys soccer. Here's another scoring chance. Laurent is able to get another goal here! Oh, she went with a little chip. Now the Cardinals are able to come away with it, and a nice rush up the middle of the field. Here's a chip shot, knocked away, and Laurent is going to follow it in with a score. And frequently become scoring chances for the team taking the corner. This one is bent in, a header, and it's off the goal post and in. And the State soccer tournament tickets are waiting to be punched, and a number of those will be punched on this particular Tuesday evening, as you have a number of section championship matches in both girls soccer and boys soccer. We come to you from Buffalo High School and Bison Field East, which is the home of the Buffalo Bison boys soccer team. The Bison have the number 1 seed in Section 8 AAA, and tonight Buffalo will host the number 2 seed, the Alexandria Cardinals, in a winner-take-the-section. Buffalo has had a terrific year under head coach Jordan Danielson. 18 matches played so far. They went 12-0-4 during the regular season and have tacked on 2 more wins since that, as the number 1 seed, playing a couple of matches here at home against Brainerd and against Monticello. The Alexandria Cardinals, meanwhile, under interim head coach Phil Pham, have had a very good postseason run of their own. The Cardinals were able to secure a win last Tuesday night against the Elk River Elks in the section quarterfinals, and then 2 nights after that, Alexandria prevailed against St. Michael Albertville by a 1-0 score. The only goal of the game coming off the foot of Rogan Anderson in the 56th minute of the match. So you've got the top 2 seeds in Section 8 AAA. Only one will be moving on, and we look forward to being on hand to describe what will happen tonight, if Alexandria will make its first state tournament appearance in 21 years, or if it's the Buffalo Bison that will make their first state tournament appearance in 21 years. Both of these teams have gone to state once, and both did it in the same year. Buffalo in Class AA in the 2-class format back in 2004, whereas Alexandria, under head coach Wes Thompson at the time, the Cardinals were able to advance in 2004 in Class 1A. Should be an exciting match tonight. The rain is coming down. We are not getting drenched necessarily. Fortunately, we had some creative ingenuity, not only provided by our station manager, Chris Udi, who brought up the suggestion, but Nick Gaida, the activities director here at Buffalo High School, brought up the suggestion of what do you think about setting your tent up on field level? So we brought the tent down, and we are not that far away from the Alexandria bench down in the southwestern corner of the field here at Bison Field East. My name is Dave McClurg. We welcome you to our Jutner Motors pre-match coverage here on KXRA Radio. Thanks so much for watching us tonight on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. We thank all of the boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage bringing you this evening's broadcast, and a special thank you to Jutner Motors for presenting our pre-game and a pre-match show. Our match will be getting underway right at the starting time of 7 o'clock at the top of the hour. Again, Should be an exciting match. These two teams did not play each other during the regular season. They did have some common opponents. In fact, Brainerd and Alexandria played once early in the season. Buffalo just hosted Brainerd to start the Section 8 AAA tournament a little while ago. And, of course, both Alexandria and Buffalo have played Monticello. The Cardinals were able to win in a regular season match on September 25th, whereas Monticello was the team that traveled into Buffalo last Thursday night for the Section semifinals. Steve D is our KXRA radio studio engineer, and we've got JP Boline as our videographer doing the live video streaming tonight on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. Again, if you're going to be watching on YouTube, you're going to get a very unique angle. We are at field level. The press box here at Bison Field East is very small, and it's completely occupied, and there was no room for the visiting broadcasting crew. So again, with assistance from Buffalo High School Activities Director Nick Gaida, and then further coaching, if you will, by Chris Udi, our station manager, we have come to Buffalo, and we're broadcasting underneath the tent in no more than 50 feet away, warming up on the field right now. We are still about 20 to 22 minutes away from the start of tonight's Section 8 AAA championship match. We would like to pass along our appreciation to Integrity Title of Alexandria, our signature streaming sponsor, helping to bring you our live video streaming of Alexandria Cardinal sports play-by-play all throughout the 2025-26 school year. Let's take our first break during our Jottner Motors pre-match coverage. Our Alamere Health coach's comments with the interim head coach, Phil Pham, follows this timeout.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving.
I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
It's the right time for a getaway. It's the right time for a getaway. Let's get away.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building.
Resorts Marine in Osakis. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osakis.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep. Make it Jottner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jottner
Buffalo Bison will represent this section in the state tournament, which begins on Tuesday. Dave McClurg joined right now by Phil Pham, the head coach of the Alexandria Cardinal boys soccer team prior to tonight's matchup. Phil, obviously your team doesn't earn a spot here in Buffalo without taking care of business at home on Thursday night. Really exciting game, one that, fortunately your team cashed in on a scoring opportunity in the second half and then was able to, get the clean sheet with Ethan Carlson and the defense in front of him. How proud were you of the team's performance on Thursday last week?
Yeah, it was great. We put a lot of pressure on the defense and, went with a bend but don't break strategy, and it paid off, and it showed, when we were able to convert the counterattacks that we did get.
As we were watching the broadcast on Thursday night, it seemed like St. Michael Albertville had your team kind of in the Alexandria end much of the night, but yet at halftime, your team did a better job of working the ball out of the defensive zone, at least getting some midfield time, and then obviously going on the one attack where Rogan Anderson was able to score. Tactically, did you and the coaches do anything different with the players once you got the opportunity to visit with them at halftime?
So in the first half, there was talks about potentially switching some personnel around to take up more of that midfield, but I had the kooky idea of, let's invite the pressure and condition their team to press high. So then they would go into halftime thinking that they're owning us and they're going to continue to press high at every opportunity, and then that's when we're going to make our move and strike. And it played out as we thought it would. We changed two things, and they avoided where we had players before, and they didn't adjust. And we came back, and we struck where we thought we would, and it was good.
Ultimately, is that the way the scoring sequence happened in the 55th minute, where Fran Rodriguez was able to play the ball up the left side there, and then Patrick Klecker was able to do his work, and then feed across to Rogan Anderson?
Yeah, so it started with Ethan Carlson. They commit a lot of numbers to attack, and that let Ethan have a nice, easy throw to Fran. Fran was able to basically take a few touches, draw another defender in, and then send Patrick one-on-one, and then their back line was up higher, and so Rogan got a free pass all the way in. And if you look at the pass from Patrick, it goes right past two Buffalo defenders that were just behind the ball. It was a very, very well-placed pass, and Rogan just got the freest goal of his career.
Yeah, no doubt about that, because it's the one that holds up as the game winner, and your team's able to defeat St. Michael Albertville. So now you get the opportunity to play another team from the Lake Conference, the number one seed, the Buffalo Bison. Of course, Buffalo's had a terrific year. No losses so far, I believe, in something like 20 or 18, 19 matches or something like that. But what intel have you been able to get on the Buffalo boys soccer team?
So they're very strong in the midfield and attacking half. Very much, I would say, STMA is a clone of this team, because these guys, I would say they do it a lot better. And we see some gaps in their defense that we're looking to exploit tonight. And we got a game plan cooked up for them, and it isn't anything they've seen before, so it should be good.
I know you can't reveal everything during our broadcast here. As the old saying goes, if you were to tell me, you might have to remove me from the broadcast and everything. But is the game plan structurally anything similar to St. Michael Albertville, or are you coming up with something new?
It's something completely different. None of the intel that they have is going to be useful, probably.
Okay, very good. In a match like this, how important is it, Phil, to get the early lead or get a lead? We saw against St. Michael Albertville, the game stayed scoreless until I think the 56th minute when Rogan got the only goal of the match. What must your team do to try to create that first good scoring opportunity and hopefully finish?
Yeah, so from what we've seen, Buffalo is a very much like a second half style of team. They just keep hammering, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, it was 1-0 at half, and before you know it, it's 6-1 at the end, right? So our goal is to get up early, get up often, and we'll just run away on the scoreboard and just not look behind us.
How has the mood of the players been in the practice time that you've had with them since the win last Thursday?
They're hungry. We're not settling for a section finals berth, right? Like, we want a state playoff berth, and then in the next game, and then the next game. The only game that matters is this one tonight. There's 4 games left. Only one's guaranteed, and we're going to win the guaranteed one before we worry about anything else.
Great mindset to have. Phil, as always, thank you for the time. I hope I can connect with you sometime next week, because that would mean a state quarterfinal berth in Class AAA. But best wishes to you and the Alexandria boys soccer team tonight.
As always, appreciate your time.
There is the interim head coach of the Alexandria Cardinals, Phil Pham, our special guest as part of our pre-match coverage. Our coach's comments feature brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here.
And we do welcome you to Buffalo as part of our Jutner Motors pre-match coverage. It is boys soccer on the air tonight. Win or go home again for the Alexandria Cardinals and the Buffalo Bison. Buffalo, under head coach Jordan Danielson, playing its 3rd consecutive home match here at Bison Field East. This is a soccer field and a track as well, so I would presume that if Buffalo is hosting track and field competitions during the warm weather months in the spring season, they would be held right here, because you've got the 8-lane track available. In fact, we're actually set up to broadcast on the track here. We've got some soft-soled feet, if you will, on the chairs and the table that is set up for us here at Bison Field East. Again, big thank you to the Buffalo High School Activities Department and Activities Director Nick Gaida for accommodating us to make sure that we would not be completely soaked tonight, because that was one of the prospects. There just is not a lot of space in the press box. Basically, 2 booths, if you will, and Buffalo has a radio crew here, and then, of course, the Lake Conference Network also does video streaming of the match here, and they're in attendance tonight as well. The section soccer matchups tonight, we've got some other Central Lakes Conference teams competing in boys soccer in the Section 8AA championship match. That is being played at St. Cloud Tex Tiger Stadium. The Tigers are the number 2 seed, and they are hosting the number 4 seed, Sartell. Sartell was able to get to its spot in the section championship round after a 1-0 victory over Ricori in Cold Spring Saturday afternoon, while St. Cloud Tech got a victory against Wilmer on Saturday evening, 1-0. The Section 8A championship game will be in Sauk Center tonight, and that will feature the defending section champions from St. Cloud Cathedral facing Pelican Rapids. Alexandria played both of those teams during the regular season. In fact, Cathedral and Pelican Rapids bookended the Cardinal season. Alexandria and Cathedral tied 1-1 in a lightning-shortened game back on the 4th Thursday in August. And then the Cardinals traveled to Pelican Rapids to wrap up the regular season, and Alexandria prevailed in that head-to-head matchup. So Cathedral and Pelican Rapids playing for the right to move on to the Class A boys soccer state tournament. Again, Cathedral is the defending section champion. Section girls soccer, the 8A title match should be in the process of wrapping up right about now. That got started in the 5 o'clock hour in Sauk Center. The Cathedral Crusaders hoping to advance to state, matching up against East Grand Forks. The Alexandria girls soccer team played East Grand Forks during the regular season, and that was a 3-0 victory in late September up on the east side. Alexandria and Cathedral did not play each other in girls soccer during the regular season. The Section 8AA championship girls soccer match is being played in Sartell tonight. The top-seeded Sabres are hosting the second-seeded St. Cloud Crush. And then the Class 3A Section 8 championship match is being played a few miles east of here over at St. Michael Albertville High School Stadium, with the St. Michael Albertville Knights hosting Buffalo in an all-Lake Conference matchup. Buffalo and St. Michael Albertville represent 2 teams out of the 8 that are members of the Lake Conference. So those are some of the head-to-head meetings. Regular season action tonight. The Alexandria girls swimming and diving team is hosting the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles. Parents' Night and Senior Night at Discovery Middle School. The Alexandria girls volleyball team is concluding its regular season with a match against the Brainerd Warriors up at Brainerd High School. That should be getting underway at the top of the hour or shortly thereafter. And the Alexandria Cardinal cross-country runners were in action earlier today, competing in the Central Lakes Conference Championship meet. And I believe that meet wrapping up a little while ago, as we have now reached sundown here in the state of Minnesota. That will do it for our pre-match coverage presented to you by Jontner Motors of Alexandria. We invite you to stay tuned on our latent media platforms, including KXRA Radio. And also thank you for watching tonight on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. We will be back. We'll introduce the lineups. We'll have keys to tonight's match, and we'll have the play-by-play call on a damp night in Wright County. But still, despite the rain, Buffalo is hosting Alexandria with a berth in the Class AAA State Boys Soccer Tournament on the line. Now on our latent media platforms, let's enjoy these words from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind, because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard, we build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted best real estate company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new and used equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best. Piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, Rx Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
From Bison Field East on the campus of Buffalo High School in Wright County, Alexandria Cardinal boys soccer in the Section 8 AAA championship round. It's on the air. Thanks for joining us tonight on People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, Also audio through the Voice of Alexandria app, powered by Mission Mechanical, Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. We thank you for watching our coverage tonight. Again, you're going to get a unique perspective, a little bit different from a lot of our other play-by-play broadcasts that we have featured during the fall, because we are at field level. We're kind of in the southwest corner of Bison Field East, as the press box simply is not big enough to accommodate all the media jackals that are in attendance tonight. So we've got a radio crew from Buffalo here. We've got the Lake Conference Network doing the video streaming. So, again, with the powers that be, not only from Buffalo High School, but Layton Media coming up with some creative solutions. We have set up a tent basically on field level here in Buffalo. The natural grass is getting a watering tonight without any assistance from the Buffalo High School Activities Department. Showers are continuing to come down. In fact, a very steady rainfall. And as a result, a lot of the players getting a little bit damp tonight. Many of the players that are not in the starting lineup are wearing their warm-up gear, and obviously Coach Phil Pham and his assistants wearing some protective gear to try to stay dry, and caps as well to try to keep the head dry as well. We'll introduce the starting lineups here, again brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. The Alexandria Cardinals will have as their senior goalkeeper Ethan Carlson. He'll be joined out front by people in the defensive backfield, including sophomore Jacobo Ramos, senior captain Camden Costers. Also, Auden Zeller, another senior, will be in the defensive backfield, and senior captain Bo Jones. Up in the midfield area, the Alexandria Cardinals will have junior Rogan Anderson. He scored the only goal in the victory against the St. Michael Albertville Knights last Thursday night. Julian Ramos, a senior, will also be up front, along with junior Patrick Klecker and sophomore Micah Kitzman. And then the attackers include senior Francisco Rodriguez and junior Graham Odland. Again, Phil Pham, the interim head coach of the Alexandria boys soccer team. I'm hoping next fall that things will work out, that we will not have to refer to Coach Pham as an interim head coach anymore. But the job will be posted, and I'm sure Coach Pham will be one of those applying for the head coaching job on a permanent basis. But as of now, he is the interim head coach of the Alexandria boys soccer team. The Cardinals at 11, 2, and 4 on the year. Let's introduce the starting lineup for the Buffalo Bison. They will have a sophomore in goal tonight. That is Gerhard Ungaro. And then other players that will be joining him on the pitch tonight at the start: junior Owen Seastrom, senior Wyatt Anderson, senior Trevor Ponick, senior Gavin Johnson, senior Case Peterson, along with senior Elijah Sukup, senior Hunter Scott, junior Cade Nissen, junior Stone Hole, and senior Brandon Rodenwald. Again, a lot of seniors on this lineup for the Buffalo Bison. Many of them played in the section final last year on this field when Bemidji came in and defeated Buffalo 1-0, denying the Bison the opportunity to get back to state for the first time in 2 decades. Jordan Danielson is the head coach of the Buffalo Bison boys soccer team. The Bison play in the very difficult Lake Conference. They had 4 ties overall during the regular season. One of those was actually against Bemidji during the regular year. That was a game up at the Bemidji Middle School Stadium. And Buffalo was presently at 14-0-4. The Bison wrapped up the regular season with that 12-0-4 mark, and now are 2-0 in the section tournament. Keys to tonight's match are being brought to you by Alexandria Motors, where it's one low price, plain and simple, always. Let's drive with Alexandria Motors. The head coach of the Alexandria Cardinals, Phil Pham, mentioned during our pre-match coverage earlier, try to get the early lead and be wary that Buffalo is going to be a team that's going to try to make a push, especially in the second half of the game. When Buffalo defeated Monticello 6-1 in the semis last Thursday night, the Bison scored 5 of their 6 goals in the second half of play. Meanwhile, Jordan Danielson, the head coach of the Buffalo Bison boys soccer team, would like to see his team get on top and do so earlier if possible, kind of put the pressure on the visiting Alexandria Cardinals. He would like to see his team, score often, and hopefully if the outburst comes earlier in the game, that would be great. Although I think with Ethan Carlson in the goal, I don't know if the Buffalo Bison will have a big scoring outburst like they did against Monticello. Buffalo is averaging 5 goals per outing so far in the Section 8 AAA tournament. So playing in the Lake Conference has been quite beneficial. Our forthcoming national anthem is being brought to you on our latent media platforms by Carlson Music Center. For all of your musical needs, visit online at carlsonmusiccenter.com. Now we'll have the presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. I think some of the Buffalo faithful indicating the home of the Bison, which I suppose that's the case, but wrapping up the national anthem, obviously the home of the Brave. Again, we extend our appreciation to Carlson Music Center for being the presenting sponsor of our national anthem during each broadcast of Alexandria Cardinal Sports Play-by-Play. As you're watching on the YouTube channel, the school colors at Buffalo High School are purple and white. The school colors for the Alexandria Area High School are black and red. The Cardinals, being the visiting team tonight, are wearing the white jerseys. Buffalo will be wearing the black jersey tops, black shorts, and the white numerals on the front and the back of the Buffalo uniform. Buffalo will be defending the south end of Bison Field East here in the opening half of play. So Alexandria will be looking to attack closest to us here in the first 40 minutes of tonight's match. Again, both of these teams seeking an opportunity to return to the state tournament for the first time in 21 years. Both advanced in 2004 and have not been back since. So the teams are out on the field, and we're just about ready to go. We welcome you to our broadcast tonight. Again, thanks for watching on our YouTube channel. Integrity Title being our signature streaming sponsor of our coverage on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. And again, you are listening to People Radio, KXRA Alexandria. 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio as well through your Voice of Alexandria app. Jeff James is not with us tonight, so you've got DMAC piloting solo, although I do have JP Boleen, as he's the man behind the camera tonight doing the live video streaming on our YouTube channel. This will be our last YouTube broadcast of the week here. Again, we've got high school football tomorrow night from Robbinsdale Armstrong High School. That will be an audio-only broadcast with the Cardinals facing the Armstrong Falcons at 7 o'clock. And it looks like Buffalo will have the opening kickoff for tonight's game. Senior Gavin Johnson, I believe, is the one that will put the ball in play for the Bison. Ethan Carlson, the goalkeeper for the Alexandria Cardinals, is off on the north end here at Bison Field East. And the goalkeeper, Gerhard Ungaro, is the keeper closest to us as he's on the south end of the field. And we are just about ready to go. Umbrellas aplenty in the stands here at Bison Field East tonight. And the ball is going to be launched up the left side, and it's going to sail out. And we're going to have a throw-in for the Alexandria Cardinals on their side of the field. Ball will be played in, and now it's going to be crossed here as Buffalo's Case Peterson trying to send it over to the right side. He's going to get it over to Cade Nissen now. And the Bison looking to go on the attack here. Ball goes into the corner, but Alexandria is going to redirect it out as it's going to be played up ahead. Here's Francisco Rodriguez trying to work his way through traffic, but he gets bottled up. Now ball gets played up the sideline. The Bison will keep it in. Here's a deep cross, but Alexandria is going to redirect it out back into the direction of the Cardinals' Patrick Klecker. Early moments of tonight's match on a damp evening. Temperature at game time around 46 degrees here in Wright County. The city of Buffalo is the county seat in Wright County. Now we're going to have a stoppage as a foul gets called, and we'll have a free kick here for Buffalo right near the midfield stripe. It will be Wyatt Anderson taking the free kick. He's going to place it in front. Header opportunity, but the Cardinals are going to clear it off to the side. Now a challenge for possession. Now a cross is going to come over to the near side, and it's going to bounce over across the end line. And I believe, actually it is kept in play. It did not go all the way across. Played back out to Case Peterson now. Now a cross is going to come to the left side, and now a ball gets played over toward the keeper, Ethan Carlson, and he's going to take the goal kick here. Now the ball gets played out, and Alexandria trying to clear it back into the midfield third, and Buffalo's going to keep it in the Alexandria end. Now the ball gets back to one of the defenders for Alexandria. Now we'll have Buffalo getting possession again. Crossing attempt by Stone. Hole is going to come across over toward the Cardinal keeper, but Alexandria is going to clear it away, playing it out on the near side, and Buffalo will have the throw-in here in the 3rd minute of tonight's match. Alexandria nothing, Buffalo nothing. This for a berth in the Class 3A State Boys Soccer Tournament, which begins next Tuesday. You'll have quarterfinal games over 3 classes, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, October 21st through the 23rd. Now a ball gets played over into the corner. The Bison looking to send one across, and it's still down along the goal line. Now a crossing attempt gets cleared away. Redirected here by Wyatt Anderson. Now the ball out just at the edge of the attacking third on the Cardinals side. Still no scores. We're now into the 4th minute of tonight's match. Now a crossing attempt is going to come over to the left side. The Bison trying to track the ball down. Now it's going to be broken up, and it's going to be coming the other way here as the goalkeeper Ethan Carlson will scoop the ball, and now he'll punt it. He doesn't get a lot of elevation, and that's probably not a bad thing. The wind is blowing across the field over toward the fans in the stands, and with the 2 sets of benches down adjacent to the field. Now the Bison will try to work it back in. Now a challenge here. Francisco Rodriguez is going to send a support pass back to one of his defensive backs, Jacobo Ramos, and then a ball gets played ahead, and we're going to have a foul called here on the Buffalo Bison, and that's going to result in a free kick for Alexandria. This free kick will be coming several yards off the goal line. Again, we don't have football yard markers on this field because soccer is the only game that is played on this field. Now we're going to have a ball that will roll out along the near side, and we're going to have a throw in here for the Bison. Ball comes in, and it's going to be played here by the Bison's Elijah Sukup. Then he's going to send it ahead, and it's going to be directed out. Throw in here for the Bison. Not quite at the midfield area. Now the ball comes in, and it's going to be cleared away, and then Sukup tried to redirect, and it's going to come out of bounds. And we'll have a throw-in coming up here for Alexandria. Now it'll be Camden Costers looking to No, he will not throw it in. I think he'll have the honors done by Auden Zeller here. Zeller with an arching ball toward the middle of the field. It gets knocked away here by Case Peterson of Buffalo. Now a challenge for the possession, and Gavin Johnson comes away with it, trying to send one a lead pass ahead toward Wyatt Anderson, and now it's going to be taken here as Alexandria will get the opportunity to take it and send it the other way. Minute number 6 of our match underway on a damp night in Buffalo. Clouds and showers, and it's likely that light to moderate rainfall will be coming throughout the course of tonight's match. The good news is that there's no thunder and lightning in the area. The semifinal match here against Monticello on Thursday night got delayed by about 45 minutes due to the presence of lightning. Now we're going to have a throw-in here for the Buffalo Bison. No score on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. We are in the early minutes of tonight's section championship match. Buffalo, the number 1 seed at 14-0-4 on the year. Alexandria under interim head coach Phil Pham, 11-2-4 on the year. Here's a long ball cross that eludes everybody, so Alexandria will get the throw-in attempt here. Now the ball played right along the near sideline. Buffalo looking to intercept, and now a Cardinal player is going to be called for a foul here. I think that was Francisco Rodriguez challenging a Buffalo player, and the Bison are going to get a free kick here. It'll be senior Hunter Scott that will take this free kick here. I would say estimating probably about 45 to 50 yards away from the Alexandria goal. And this one's going to angle toward the net, and a header in front cleared away as it's going to be sent out. I think Auden Zeller may have made that clear. And again, you want to clear it along the sidelines to force the other team to throw the ball in rather than having the corner kick. Now we've got a ball redirected out away from the net. Now a ball comes toward the net, and Cardinals trying to sweep it away. Buffalo continuing to put some pressure on. Here's a pass across, and it's going to be rolling the other way. Back on the wet field, it's going to stay in play here. Now a challenge here as Rogan Anderson was playing it ahead, and I think it may have been touched by him last. We're going to take a 30-second break. We're in the 8th minute of tonight's match in the Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer final round. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, Alexandria and Buffalo are scoreless.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
The Buffalo Bison play the ball into the Alexandria end. A crossing attempt got knocked away by the Alexandria Cardinals. Now a nice clear here by the Cardinals that will go up to the midfield area. And again, the ball's being slowed down because you've got the rain coming down on a grass surface, and that is not allowing the ball to get a lot of movement. So you cannot, with natural grass being used, it's going to take some different hops and bounces than what you would expect on the field turf. Now we're going to have stoppage here, as I think we're going to have a couple of players heading over, and I think we're going to have a substitution. Cohen Medway will be coming into the match for the first time tonight for Alexandria. And now we're going to have a throw-in coming up for the Alexandria Cardinals. We're into the 10th minute of tonight's match. Alexandria and Buffalo are scoreless in this Section 8 AAA Championship round game. Winner moves on to the State Class 3A tournament. Here's a through ball ahead. One of the Buffalo attackers sending one on the net, and it's going to be off to the side of Ethan Carlson, but the Cardinals do a nice job clearing it away. Now it's going to come back into the defensive side as Buffalo's looking to regroup here. Stone Hole will look to play it ahead, but now the ball gets intercepted by Rogan Anderson. He comes with a cross, trying to connect with Patrick Klecker. He stumbled on the wet turf, and now Buffalo has it back. Again, both teams will be playing on a slick surface tonight. Don't think we have to worry about really any muddy conditions, but, you know, we haven't had a lot of precipitation for quite a while, so I'm sure the field can absorb some rain. And we've got a ball that comes toward Ethan Carlson, and now he'll scoop it up, and he'll look to punt it away. Now it comes out to midfield and pass a little bit wide as Medway was trying to connect with one of his teammates. Buffalo will quickly throw it in. Again, both of these teams have been away from the state boys soccer tournament since 2004. That year, Buffalo qualified in Class AA. Alexandria, under then head coach Wes Thompson, qualified as a Section 8 champion in Class A. Throw in here for the Bison. Now a header cross, and that is going to be over in the corner, but the Cardinals will gain possession. Here comes nice dribble here by the Cardinals' Julian Ramos, and now it's going to be played by Buffalo. They'll come ahead, and we get a ball that gets redirected here, I believe, by Micah Kitzman. Now back out into the midfield third. Buffalo looking to regroup. Here's Elijah Sukup. He'll play it over, and now the ball's coming the other way. Here comes Hunter Scott. Scott trying to connect with a teammate, and I believe this is going to go into the corner. And last touch by Buffalo, and it's going to be a goal kick here for the Alexandria Cardinals. We're now into minute number 13 of tonight's match here at Bison Field East on the campus of Buffalo High School. Bison Field West is the stadium where the Bison football team, the girls soccer team, and the Buffalo High School lacrosse teams play their matches. Now a crossing attempt for Scott. Ball hung up in the air, and it's going to be recovered here by Ethan Carlson. And we'll have a punt here. Punt goes back to the midfield area. Now the Bison looking to set things up again. The Buffalo boys soccer team has had the possession advantage so far, but Alexandria defensively has done a nice job not allowing the Bison to get a lot of really clean scoring opportunities. Now here's one. It gets hung up in the air, and it's going to be over the net, I believe, tapped out by Ethan Carlson, and Buffalo is going to get its first corner kick of the night. And that's going to come here in minute number 14. The corner kick will come from the northwest corner here at Bison Field East. It's sent on the turf. Alexandria is going to roll the ball over across the side, and we'll have a throw-in now for the Bison. Again, it's Buffalo nothing, Alexandria nothing in this Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer Championship match on a damp night in Wright County. Winner is moving on to the State Class 3A Boys Soccer Tournament. Here comes a shot on goal, and Ethan Carlson is going to make the save for the Alexandria Cardinals. Again, our thanks to Quality Real Estate for presenting the instant replays. Now the Cardinals trying to play it out, and it's going to be taken here by the Buffalo Bison. Down to the left side, Buffalo looking to have a cross here, and now the ball is on the turf. Buffalo is sending one across, and now a follow-up save made, and a clear here by Alexandria. Oh, a quality save there for Ethan Carlson. Now Buffalo looking to continue to put on the pressure here, and it's going to be cleared away by the Alexandria Cardinals back to the edge of the midfield third. Still no scores. We're now into minute number 15 of tonight's match here at Bison Field East at Buffalo High School. I'm Dave McClurg with the play-by-play call. We've got J.P. Boleen as our videographer tonight as you watch on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. And The Bison, again, continuing to possess the ball in the Alexandria end. Now we get ball that's coming across, and it's going to be cleared away. Now another opportunity, another cross in front. Ball sent off, and Alexandria is going to clear it back out. Buffalo trying to keep the pressure on near the Alexandria net. And now the Bison will go with a deep cross over to the right side. A header ball, and this time Ethan Carlson will range to his left, and he'll scoop the ball up. And now we've got a player that's a little bit slow in getting up for the Alexandria Cardinals. I think we're going to take a 30-second break while we've got the official timeout. 16th minute of the match is in progress. And on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard for the Section 8 AAA Championship, Alexandria and Buffalo remain scoreless.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community. As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
Back to the action at Bison Field East in Buffalo, Minnesota. The Alexandria Cardinals and the Buffalo Bison remain scoreless. The player that was down on the field for a moment for Alexandria is okay, and play is resuming on. And the Bison will be awarded a free kick after an Alexandria foul. Hunter Scott will take this free kick, I'd say about 40 to 50 yards away from the Alexandria goal. He's going to bend it, and it's going to be caught by Ethan Carlson, the keeper. And so he'll look to punt the ball away. Again, Buffalo undefeated in 18 matches this year, going 14-0-4. The Bison hoping to go one step farther at least here in 2025 after losing the section final at home to Bemidji last year. Now we've got a ball that nice cross, and a save is made. Loose ball in front. Now a shot, save again, and it's going to be cleared away. Another shot attempt, and the Cardinals were able to get down for a block. I think that was Julian Ramos who gave up his body there to get the block there for the Alexandria Cardinals, and then the Cardinals will clear the ball over across the far side. Again, our thanks to Quali Real Estate for bringing you the instant replays as the Bison putting on some thunderous pressure here, trying to get that first goal of the match. And now another player is going to be looked at here for Alexandria. Britt Ludwig coming out to check on the player that is kind of showing a little bit of a limp. This might be Auden Zeller for the Alexandria Cardinals. It looks like he is still walking off on his own power. And now we're going to have some substitutions. Ryan Sandin is going to come in for Alexandria. I think we're also going to have Andrew Mayer coming in for the Cardinals. Again, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, a lot of the action kind of on the north end of the field. We've got the unique setup because we're underneath the tent here on field level. Much of the activity has been on the opposite side of the field here in the first half. Alexandria and Buffalo have played almost 17 minutes of soccer, and most of the activity has been down on the Cardinals side. Now Alexandria is going to roll the ball out over to the near side, and we're going to have a throw-in coming up for Buffalo. Now the ball comes in, redirected over toward the side, and again the Cardinals will use the sideline, forcing Buffalo to throw it in again. Ball's going to come in front. Now it gets redirected, and the Cardinals will clear it back into the midfield area. In fact, this one's going to come back to the goalkeeper here, Gerhard Ungano, and he's in the box area, so he will scoop it up. Gerhard's last name Ungaro I'll try to make sure I get on track with that. He hasn't seen a whole lot of action here in the first 18 minutes or so of this match. Alexandria nothing, Buffalo nothing. Our scoreboard updates being brought to you by Glenwood State Bank. Here's Micah Kitzman working the ball over to the far side. It will be out, and so the Bison will quickly throw it in. And now a ball goes out off of the Bison, and now Alexandria will have the opportunity to throw the ball in. This is one of a number of section soccer finals going on tonight. Alexandria not the only team competing in boys soccer. We know that one team from the Central Lakes Conference will be going on to state out of Section 8 AA as St. Cloud Tech is hosting Sartell tonight, and the winner will be moving on to the state tournament. St. Cloud Tech is the defending section champion. Now the ball played up, and we're going to have Alexandria getting the opportunity to throw it in. Auden Zeller doing a little bit of sprinting right in front of us here, as you might be able to see on the camera, and just trying to stay fresh there and make sure that nothing tightens up. And hopefully we'll see him back in the game soon. Patrick Klecker also doing some light sprinting. Now a ball gets rolled toward the keeper, Ethan Carlson, and he's going to make the save here for Alexandria. Still 0-0. We're approaching the midpoint of the first half. In fact, the 20th minute of the match is underway. Now the ball again played by Buffalo. Taking it here is Stone Hole, and then he tried a cross that got cleared across the end line, and I think the Bison are going to get their second corner kick of tonight's match. And it's going to be placed over in the corner off to the left of the Buffalo bench, so I can see the player that will trigger the corner, but then as the ball gets in play, it goes behind a shield, and I think we have a whistle here, and a stoppage, and I think the officials coming in to explain something to a couple of the Buffalo players and maybe one of the Alexandria players, so we may have another do-over on the corner kick here. The light rain continues to come down here in Wright County at Buffalo as the Bison host Alexandria, and another corner kick forthcoming. That's going to be played, and it's going to be up, and it will be a kick here as the ball went across the end line. Last touch by the Bison, so a goal kick the result here for Alexandria. Ethan Carlson approaching the ball here. Sends it on a line. The Bison will try to keep it in. And now Buffalo again playing it to the edge of the box. A crossing attempt broken up. Now Alexandria trying to play it ahead. Jacobo Ramos playing it up, and it's going to be sent out along the near side. Or a far side, I should say, on the east side of the field here. And Buffalo will have a throw-in. I think Cohen Medway may be heading over to the sideline, as we'll have a player substitution here for the Alexandria Cardinals. As Alexandria is going to make the substitution, as Miles Breitzman is going to come in. Now the challenge for the ball in the midfield area. The Bison will play it back, and now here is Hole. He'll look to send a pass ahead. Now taking it on the left side is Gavin Johnson, and now a challenge for the ball here along the near side, and Buffalo will try a cross to the middle of the field. Now ball goes over to the right side, and it's going to be right along the goal line here, and now played back to the edge of the box area. Still no score. Now into minute number 23 of the match. Crossing attempt, and I believe the ball is going to be sent out, and let's see what's going to happen here. Ethan Carlson will have to defend. I think we had a Foul in the penalty box area. Oh, my goodness. So it's going to be one-on-one on the defense here. As backing up to take the shot here is Owen Seastrom for Buffalo, trying to get his team on the board. So the Bison will try to convert on a set piece here to break the scoreless tie. Seastrom waiting for the sign to approach the ball here. And now he does get the green light. He's going to send it in to the back of the net. And Buffalo's going to score on the PK to take a 1-0 lead. Owen Seastrom is going to get Buffalo on the board here in the 23rd minute of the match. And the number 1 seed has broken on top. And Owen Seastrom is the one to get his team in front. Buffalo 1, Alexandria no score on the penalty kick off the foot of Owen Seastrom. So again, preceding the penalty kick, we had a foul in the penalty box area. The Bison were able to score on a set piece against Monticello. I believe Coach Phil Pham was mentioning to me after we got done with our interview during the Jartner Motors pregame show earlier tonight that the Bison got the scoring underway, ironically, on a penalty kick against Monticello. It was a 1-0 lead for Buffalo at the half in that section semifinal, and then the Bison really poured it on in the second half and went on to win going away by a final of 6-1. So far in the Section 8 AAA tournament, Buffalo has been at home the whole time, defeating Brainerd in the quarterfinal round 4-0, and then defeating the Monticello Magic last Thursday night in the section semifinals 6-1. Alexandria had played at home until tonight. The Cardinals with a 4-2 win last Tuesday over Elk River, and then the 1-0 victory over St. Michael Albertville on Thursday of last week. Now the ensuing kick by Alexandria, and the ball is going to be played the other way by the Buffalo Bison. I would think that the next goal is going to be very important in this match. The Cardinals hoping it will be an equalizer. Play gets stopped as we have a foul called on the Buffalo Bison, so a free kick here for the Alexandria Cardinals. Ball played back into the Buffalo end. We haven't seen a whole lot of activity on this side of the field so far tonight. Now Case Peterson trying to work the ball ahead. Now he's going to send a support pass back. It's going to come into the direction of Elijah Sukup. Now back to Case Peterson as he'll look to redirect it. Buffalo trying to utilize some short passes, and now it looks like it's going to be Sukup who's going to go on the dribble, and then now he'll play it up the left side, and it's going to be cleared away by the Alexandria Cardinals. And we'll have a throw-in coming up for the Buffalo Bison. Buffalo 1, Alexandria no score. We're in the first half. DMAC, Dave McClurg with the play-by-play live from Bison Field East on the campus of Buffalo High School. The winner of this game is going on to the State Class 3A Boys Soccer Tournament. Now here's a dribble as Cade Nissen trying to put one toward the net here. That gets broken up by the Alexandria Cardinals, but now redirected right out near midfield as Buffalo will look to surge back in. Now a sliding attempt on a ball, and I think we're going to have a foul called on the Bison, and we'll have a free kick here for Alexandria. Tomorrow night, most of the high school football teams across the state will be playing. Our broadcast will be audio only. Alexandria versus Robbinsdale Armstrong, live from the Armstrong High School Stadium in Plymouth, Minnesota. Tim Zuffer will join me for the broadcast. We'll take care with the pregame show at 6:30 Wednesday night. Play-by-play from the Twin Cities will follow at 7. Now here's Ryan Sandin trying to redirect the ball ahead. Now the Cardinals get a touch in the midfield area. Now Camden Coster is challenging for possession here. Now he gets bottled up as Cade Nissen sends the ball out of bounds, and Alexandria is going to be awarded the throw-in the attack zone. And meanwhile, we're going to have some wardrobe adjustments here. I think Cade Nissen making sure his shoelaces are properly tied, and I think Francisco Rodriguez will do the same. Foul got called on the Bison, so Rodriguez will get the free kick here. It will be outside of the penalty box, roughly 17, 18 yards off the goal line, right near the sideline. Probably no more than 50 feet from where JP and I happen to be standing on the field level here at Bison Field East. Now Rodriguez will angle the free kick in. It's cleared away by the Buffalo Bison. Now a shot is going to be rolled on through, and another shot and a goal! And the Cardinals are going to tie the game up. And that one went in front. Francisco Rodriguez was able to get it through, and it may be Micah Kitzman getting the equalizer there for Alexandria. Quali Real Estate bringing you our instant replay. And again, Alexandria able to get the equalizer here in the 26th minute of the match. And we are all even. It's now Alexandria 1, Buffalo 1. So the Cardinals are able to convert and get this game knotted up. And again, from our angle, it looked to be Micah Kitzman putting that ball in off the rebound on the initial shot. So the Cardinals have leveled the score. It's now Alexandria 1, Buffalo 1. Ball gets cleared out. We're going to go to a 30-second break. Again, repeating the numbers in this Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer Championship match. On the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, Alexandria and Buffalo are tied 1-1.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat.
A 1-1 game here in the Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer Championship match. Alexandria and Buffalo all even. The Bison just take a shot on goal, and Ethan Carlson is able to make the save. And then the ball gets played out into the midfield area. Again, both of these teams have been away from the State Boys Soccer Tournament for more than 2 decades. Buffalo advanced in Class AA in 2004. That same year, Alexandria advanced in Class A. Cam Costers is going to check out. Cohen Medway among the substitutions here for the Alexandria Cardinals. We're now into the 28th minute of tonight's match. Again, win or go home for the Cardinals and the Buffalo Bison, with the match all even at 1-1. Owen Seastrom scoring on a penalty kick, then Alexandria countering with a tying goal by Micah Kitzman. And now the crossing attempt ends up being a shot on goal. Ethan Carlson will make his 5th save of the half. Now the ball punted away. Now the Bison looking to take over. Here is Stone Hole looking to play it ahead. Now it comes up the right side, and looking to work his way through is Gavin Johnson. He'll play it to the left side. Then the ball gets played out to the sideline, and Alexandria will clear it across, as we'll have a throw-in coming up for Buffalo. The Bison looking to make a substitution. Hunter Scott had some time on the bench, but he's back onto the pitch here. Again, Buffalo undefeated on the year, 14-0-4. That included a 12-0-4 regular season record. Buffalo played everybody in the Lake Conference, and I believe went 5-0-2 in that league. Ties against Wayzata, and they had one other tie, I believe, against Maple Grove. Now a ball played out to the near sideline as Alexandria looks to work it up. And now we're going to have a challenge here, but now the ball intercepted, and Trevor Ponick trying to play it in front, and it's going to be Sent to the keeper, Ethan Carlson, and he'll punt the ball away. Now into minute number 30 of tonight's match. So a little bit less than 11 to go until halftime in this Section 8 AAA final. The rain has been coming down throughout the course of the late afternoon into the evening. We are broadcasting on field level underneath one of the late media tents that we brought along for the road trip here. And now a ball goes out, and the Bison will throw it in. It's going to come across, and a header, and that's going to be over the net, and it's going to be a goal kick coming here for the Alexandria Cardinals. Ethan Carlson will take the goal kick as I believe we're going to have brief stoppage here as one of the officials has a few words to say. Now the ball sent out, and Medway trying to track it down here, but Trevor Ponick will try to play it ahead. Now a crossing attempt, and that's going to elude everyone, and another goal kick coming up here for the Alexandria Cardinals. Buffalo now unofficially 11 shots at the Alexandria goal. The Cardinals 2 shots at the Buffalo goal, but yet in terms of scores, we're even 1-1. Now a crossing attempt, and this will be over toward the far side, and it's going to roll, and it's going to be kept in by Buffalo. Another cross in front, and that's going to be played back out. Now looking to take a shot. It comes toward the goal, and Alexandria is going to redirect and play it back out. Now a battle for possession as the Cardinals were trying to work it ahead, and we get a foul on Alexandria. Buffalo will be awarded the free kick here in the 32nd minute. I believe this will be Hunter Scott taking the free kick from about 40 yards or slightly less to the goal. And he'll send it with some bend, header ball, another header by Buffalo, and then it's going to be played back out. Now another shot toward the keeper, and it's going to be cleared away by the Alexandria Cardinals, but the clearing ball, I think, may have gone across the end line as Buffalo's going to be awarded the corner kick, and that will be the third of tonight's match for the Bison. This corner will be coming to the right of the goalkeeper, Ethan Carlson. So from the northwest corner, ball gets played in front, and then it's cleared away. Alexandria is going to play it back up into the midfield third. Now getting to it is Elijah Sukup for Buffalo. He's going to play it over to Owen Seastrom. Seastrom had the goal on the penalty kick earlier in the half. Now it's going to be played deep right side. Will Buffalo look to cross? Nope, it's going to be played along that right side. Now toward the middle of the field. One of the Bison players working on the dribble here. And now we're going to have a shot, and this is going to be a bent, and I believe it's going to go across the end line, and a goal kick will be the result here for the Alexandria Cardinals. Alexandria 11-2-4 on the year. Buffalo undefeated in 18 outings overall with a record of 14-0-4. Now a ball gets played to the left side. Bison trying to work it down close to the goal line, and now it's going to be cleared away by Alexandria, and I think the Bison will have the opportunity to throw it in. Buffalo plays in the Lake Conference, which includes some of the schools with largest enrollments in the state, such as Wayzata and Minnetonka, Eden Prairie. And now we've got a crossing attempt, and that's going to bend its way into the goal. And it's going to be Owen Seastrom again with the cross, and Buffalo's going to score in the 34th minute, and the Bison retake the lead. It's 2-1. Oh, that ball was coming across and kind of bent toward the net, and Owen Seastrom will get the marker for the Bison, who go back on top by a score of 2-1. So Owen Seastrom has now scored on a set piece. And the Buffalo player has also scored on a goal in the run of play. Now the Cardinals will get the ensuing kick here. Well, Alexandria's come back from a 1-goal deficit. Why not replicate that? Now the Cardinals look to play the ball with some short passes, and now it's going to be a looped up the field. Cam Coster's back in for the Alexandria Cardinals. Now it's going to be played over to the left side. And now in deep, looking to bring it across is Gavin Johnson. And now it gets played out. I believe the Cardinals cleared it across the end line, so the Bison are going to be awarded a corner kick here. This will be the 4th of tonight's match for Buffalo. 2-1 for the Bison as we're now into minute number 35 of tonight's match. This is DMAC Dave McClurg on a damp night in Wright County. We appreciate you joining us for the coverage tonight, whether you're watching on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube or tuning in to People Radio KXRA. Now a long ball played back the other way. Buffalo has a defender back as the Cardinals were looking to come on the attack here. And Miles Breitzman gets the ball over to Francisco Rodriguez. Rodriguez got sent to the turf, and now Buffalo's going to clear it the other way. Now up at the edge of the attacking third, but redirected here by Auden Zeller. Now it's going to be sent to Rogan Anderson, and offside is going to be called on the Alexandria Cardinals. We're going to take our final break during first half play-by-play. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard here in the Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer Championship match. Buffalo leads Alexandria 2-1.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CIRAC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
The Buffalo Bison work the ball into the Alexandria end again as the Bison have a 2-1 lead in this Section 8 AAA championship match. Now another scramble in front, and I believe a shot is going to be tipped in, and Buffalo has increased the lead. It's going to be Cade Nissen with the score for Buffalo here in the 37th minute. And now the Bison are starting to get some separation from Alexandria. Cade Nissen with the score for the Bison. And for the first time tonight, Buffalo has a lead of more than 1 goal. So now the Cardinals in a situation that they have not been in all that much. I know that Elk River was able to come back from a 1-goal halftime deficit to actually go in front in the second half, and then Alexandria resoundingly rallied and was able to score the last 3 goals of the game to get a 4-2 win. But Buffalo has shown the ability to find the back of the net. The Bison came in averaging 5 goals per match in the section, and right now Buffalo seems to be on its way. I think we may have had a handball here called on Buffalo, so the Alexandria Cardinals are going to get a free kick here. The free kick is going to be coming from about 25, 26 yards away from the goal. Patrick Klecker will take the free kick as you get a good view of it on our YouTube channel if you're watching. It's on the side of the field that we happen to be closest to being at. Now Klecker strikes the ball, but he's going to send it too high, and it's going to go out. So a goal kick here for the Buffalo Bison. Now move into the 38th minute of tonight's match here at Bison Field East, home of the Buffalo Bison boys soccer team. This is also the part of the athletic complex where track and field meets are held during the spring season. Now a ball comes deep toward the keeper, and Ethan Carlson knocked it away, but it's still loose, and now the ball is going to be played by Buffalo over along the near side in the attacking third. Crossing attempt comes in front. The shot gets blocked, and now another shot, and that's going to sail over the goal and out of play. So we'll have a goal kick here for the Alexandria Cardinals. Buffalo 3, Alexandria 1. We're approaching halftime here at Bison Field East in Buffalo, Minnesota. Again, the rain continues to come down. Umbrellas, the mode of fashion tonight. I bet you we've got dozens of umbrellas in the stands here with fans trying to stay dry. Fortunately, we are underneath a tent, but to be set up under the tent, we decided to come down onto field level. We appreciate Nick Gaida and the activities department here at Buffalo High School for allowing us to set up not that far away from the Alexandria bench as we're down at field level. Looks like Buffalo has a player that's going to walk over to the sideline here with some assistance. I think the officials, I don't know if a yellow card got presented here or if that would be the case, but Buffalo will be making a substitution here. Gabe Rail will be coming in as the sub for the Buffalo Bison. Again, light to moderate rainfall continuing to come down here at the Bison Field East. Bison Field West is actually the home stadium for the Buffalo Bison football team. The girls soccer team plays a number of its matches on that field, and the lacrosse teams here at Buffalo High School also play their matches during the spring at Bison Field West. Now the play is about set to resume, and I believe Alexandria will have the opportunity to put the ball in play here. We're in minute number 39 of the match. Alexandria down by a couple of goals. It's Buffalo 3, Alexandria 1. Ethan Carlson with the free kick here. It gets knocked down, and now Alexandria trying to get an offensive thrust here. Working through is Miles Brightsman, and then tried to play it back to a teammate, but Buffalo intercepts. Now Patrick Klecker gets to the ball for the Cardinals. And it's sent through the midfield area. Rogan Anderson trying to redirect, and I think we may have had a handball here on Alexandria, so free kick for Buffalo. Now the ball will be placed down, and I believe Wyatt Anderson will take the free kick here for the Buffalo Bison. He'll send it deep, and it's going to be played over to the left side. Gavin Johnson trying to control on the dribble for the Buffalo Bison. Now the ball comes across, and it's going to go out of play. So we'll have a goal kick coming here for the Alexandria Cardinals. Once we get to halftime, we will have on our Leighton Media platforms the mid-game report, brought to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria. Live, love, local. Shop Eldon's Fresh Foods, 3rd and Tacoma Streets, Alexandria. Open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Now another crossing attempt. The Cardinals able to break that up. Now Alexandria looking to play it further up the field as Julian Ramos is trying to redirect it ahead. Down to the last few seconds of the first half here. Buffalo will have a lead at intermission. Now another shot gets launched toward the goal, and a header shot, and it's going to be cleared away by Ethan Carlson as the first half comes to its close. So the Alexandria Cardinals look to do some catching up. They'll have 40 minutes of regulation time to try to come back from a 2-goal deficit. At intermission, on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, the Buffalo Bison lead the Alexandria Cardinals by a score of 3-1.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building.
Resorts Marine in Osakis. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osakis.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel. Go Cardinals!
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
Welcome back to Bison Field East on the campus of Buffalo High School in Wright County. The top-seeded Bison lead Alexandria, the number 2 seed. It's a 3-1 lead for Buffalo at intermission. Hello once again. This is DMAC Dave McClurg. Happy to have you joining us tonight on our latent media platforms, which includes People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM. We also have the audio through the Voice of Alexandria app, powered by Mission Mechanical, Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Thank you as well for joining us if you're watching on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. Our thanks to Integrity Title of Alexandria for being our signature streaming sponsor of our Alexandria Cardinal Sports play-by-play all throughout the 2025-26 school year. This is a game where the Buffalo Bison, who again have been putting a lot of goals on the board, especially during the section tournament. They were able to break the scoreless tie a little more than midway through the first half. Alexandria was whistled for a foul in the penalty box area, and that allowed Owen Seastrom to take a penalty kick. He was able to get his shot past the Cardinals senior goalkeeper, Ethan Carlson, and that put Buffalo on top. The Bison had the 1-goal lead for just a short time, though, as Alexandria had a scoring chance in minute number 26 off a free kick by Francisco Rodriguez. There was some traffic in front of the net as Buffalo was trying to clear the ball away. A shot went toward the net, and then it rebounded back toward Micah Kitzman, and he was able to get the follow through past the goalkeeper of the Buffalo Bison, and Gerhard Ungaro was not able to make the save, and the score made it a 1-1 game in the 26th minute. But then Buffalo was able to retake the lead late in the first half, scoring twice in the last 7 minutes of the opening half. Owen Seastrom, the junior, scored his second of the match in the 34th minute. And then Cade Nissen was able to tap in a shot from one of his teammates to make it a 3-1 advantage for Buffalo. And that's where we stand right now with 40 minutes of regulation time remaining. It is Buffalo 3, Alexandria 1. Unofficial numbers, and again, my stats might not be the best. I'm trying to, keep my papers dry underneath a clear wrap here, and so periodically you might hear a little rustling in the background. I've got my score sheet under a paper wrap, and so far 3 shots at the goal for the Alexandria Cardinals. The 1 shot on goal was the score by Micah Kitzman. And then Buffalo, 13 shots at the goal, 7 on goalkeeper Ethan Carlson. So Carlson so far with 4 saves here in the first half for Alexandria. Buffalo is the only team to have tried a corner kick in the first half. The Bison had a total of 4, did not score directly or indirectly off any of those corner kicks. So at intermission, Buffalo has the lead over Alexandria, 3-1. Each of these teams is trying to make the state boys soccer tournament for the first time since 2004. That year, Buffalo advanced in Class AA. Alexandria advanced in Class A as champions in Section 8 under then head coach Wes Thompson. If the Cardinals hope to get back to state for the first time since 2004, the Cardinals are going to have to overcome a 2-goal deficit with 40 minutes to play. We thank Eldon's Fresh Foods for presenting our mid-game report here on our Leighton Media platforms, including the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube and also on People Radio, KXRA. A break as we'll enjoy some words from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage. Then we are back with the second half of Section 8 AAA boys soccer after this timeout.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind. Because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted Best Real Estate Company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
Second half about ready to start here at Bison Field East in Buffalo, Minnesota, on the campus of Buffalo High School. Thanks for joining us tonight on People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio as well through the Voice of Alexandria app. We appreciate you watching our coverage tonight on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. Some of the more challenging weather conditions we've had in what has turned out to be a pretty nice autumn overall, but not the case tonight, with clouds and showers really covering much of the state. Buffalo is hoping to be 40 minutes away from getting back to the state boys soccer tournament for the first time in 21 years. Alexandria hoping to make a comeback to get back to state for the first time in 21 years. Now we'll have a player substitution as we begin the second half. Kason Schneider will be starting the second half, as I think a late substitution was made there. Now we're going to see Ethan Carlson down closest to us on the south end of the pitch here at Bison Field East. And the goalkeeper for the Buffalo Bison, Gerhard Ungaro, is going to be on the opposite end on the north side. Again, let's see if Alexandria can make a scintillating comeback and have the opportunity to get onto the state boys soccer tournament. They would be competing in the big school class after Alexandria got elevated to Class AAA prior to the start of the academic year. Clock is yet to roll because the ball is yet to be kicked off, and I believe we're about set to see it now. A lot of people in the stands off to our left. The stands are on the west side here at Bison Field East, and they've been enthusiastic for both Alexandria and Buffalo. Now a ball gets played deep, and the Cardinals looking to play it, and we're going to have a throw-in coming up here for Alexandria. It's going to be sent in front, and now a ball gets sent toward the keeper, and Ungaro is going to make the save. So the ball will get sent away, and Buffalo will try to work the offense and come into the south end of the field. Buffalo really got some separation from Monticello in the second half last Thursday night, leading by only a goal at intermission, and then Buffalo put 5 on the board in the second half. Gosh, let's hope that doesn't happen here tonight. If that happens, it might turn into a rout. But now the ball gets sent across. It's going to be cleared away as it's going to be worked up the side here. And Buffalo will have a throw-in as the Cardinals' Andrew Mayer couldn't keep it in. Now a crossing attempt, and the shot by Seastrom goes over the net. And we're going to have a goal kick here for the Alexandria Cardinals. Now the Bison get it back. Ball sent on the turf to the edge of the penalty box area. Now played back out. Here's a shot right on the keeper, and Carlson will knock it down in front of him and make the save. And that will be his 5th of the match. Ball sent away and up to the midfield area, and the Bison will look to regain control here. Now a slip pass trying to connect here with Cade Nissen. He had the 3rd goal to put Buffalo up by 2 late in the first half, but that pass broken up. Now the Bison, again, trying to work their way through the midfield third. It's Buffalo 3, Alexandria 1. We're now into the 43rd minute of tonight's match. Now the Cardinals regain control. Trying to work ahead is Julian Ramos, now to Micah Kitzman. And then Buffalo regains possession again. Hunter Scott trying to play it the other way. And now he gets sent down. Ramos, I believe, may get called for the foul here. It occurred just outside of the penalty box, but it's going to be a free kick for the Bison from about 19 yards away from the Alexandria net. And I think it's going to be Hunter Scott who will take this free kick here. Now they spot the ball a little bit further out, still pretty close in shot. And Scott near the ball with one of his teammates here. And he will not take the shot. Ball gets tipped up, and it's sent over the net by Ethan Carlson, so he'll get credit for a save, but now Buffalo will be awarded a corner kick here. And being that the action's coming in the south end of the field, you're going to be able to see a lot of the corner kicks. And now a shot in front and a goal. And Buffalo's going to build on the lead. And it's going to be the junior Owen Seastrom who finds the back of the net again here in the 44th minute. And Buffalo has extended the lead. It's now the Bison 4, the Alexandria Cardinals 1. So Owen Seastrom having a night in the section final for the Bison. And now the Alexandria Cardinals hole has just gotten deeper. Buffalo now leading by a score of 4-1. And now the Cardinals keeper Ethan Carlson out to have a few words with one of the officials before play resumes. And now I think he's going to continue with the discussion, and I saw one of the officials pull a yellow card out of the pocket. I don't think he actually raised it in the air. So now Alexandria with the ensuing kickoff here. Julian Ramos will try to send a ball long up the left side for Patrick Klecker. Now it's going to be in deep, and it's going to be across the end line, and goal kick coming here for Buffalo. Buffalo, the #1 seed. Again, the Bison have not lost in 18 games with a record of 14-0-4. Right now, the Bison up by 3 goals, making a bid to try to get to the State Boys Soccer Tournament for the first time in 21 years. Now a ball worked up into the midfield area. Now the Bison looking to send one through. Alexandria's defense able to play the ball. Bo Jones will redirect it ahead for the Cardinals. Now here comes Buffalo again. Trevor Ponick sending one across, and that gets broken up. Now the Cardinals gain control. And looking to work it up here is Francisco Rodriguez for the Alexandria Cardinals. Trying to play it further up the field toward Patrick Klecker, but redirected here by the Bison. Now the ball worked over to the far side, and Cam Costers will clear it across the sideline, and we'll have a throw-in coming up for Buffalo. The rain continues to come down here in Wright County. I'm sure a lot of soccer section finals are being played amidst wet conditions tonight. And now we've got a ball played across over to the far side, but kept in play by the Bison. Now they'll try to work a counterattack up the left side. And now a crossing attempt near the top of the box, and that gets chipped away. Now Gabriel will play it back, and now the Bison will look to regroup. It's Buffalo 4, Alexandria 1. We're in the second half. Now into the 46th minute of tonight's match. Win or go home for the Alexandria Cardinals and the Buffalo Bison. Buffalo, the number 1 seed. Alexandria, the number 2 seed. So outside of Monticello winning at Moorhead in the quarterfinal round, the chalk is pretty much held. Here's a shot and a save made. Now the ball is going to be cleared across the end line, or is it going to be last touched by Buffalo? I believe the Cardinals will be awarded a goal kick here. And now the Bison will look to go on the attack again, working in the attacking third. And now we're going to have a foul, and that's going to be whistled, I believe, on the Alexandria Cardinals. And a free kick will be forthcoming. And it's Owen Seastrom who will take the free kick here for the Bison. He's got a hat trick tonight for the number 1 seed. Seastrom will bend the ball toward the middle of the field. Header shot is going to go a little bit wide, and that was taken by Gavin Johnson, and we'll have a goal kick here for Alexandria. Now the ball played up into the midfield area, but now Buffalo again coming on the thrust. Here's Cade Nissen working on the dribble. He'll play it back out top. Ball briefly intercepted. Now it's taken by Julian Ramos. Ramos with some room to dribble. He'll take it up the left side. Still working on the dribble for Alexandria is the senior Julian Ramos. He'll play the ball now to Rogan Anderson. Rogan Anderson trying to weave his way through. Now the ball gets stopped. Micah Kitzman trying to control for the Alexandria Cardinals. And now Buffalo will gain it back. 4-1 for Buffalo in this Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer Championship match. This is DMAC, Dave McClurg with the play-by-play on a damp night in Wright County. Light rain continuing to fall. Now the Bison will play it over to the left side up into the midfield third. Hunter Scott will drop a pass back to one of his defensive backs, and now the Bison will try to work with a thrust through the midfield area. And now it's going to be played here. Trevor Ponick trying to play it across, and now the Bison have it back, and Wyatt Anderson, I think, is going to send it back to his keeper, Gerhard Ungaro. Now it's up into the midfield area, and challenge for the ball as Julian Ramos will gain control. Ramos trying to work open. Julian Ramos will send it to the right side, and just a little bit wide. Ball staying in the field of play, though. And now we're going to have a ball that goes across the end line, and a goal kick will be forthcoming. We're going to take a 30-second timeout as we enjoy a message from one of our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage. We're into the 49th minute of the match. And on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer, Buffalo leads Alexandria 4-1.
I'm a nurse at heart. I mean, I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
As we come back to the action at Bison Field East in Buffalo, Buffalo made a nice surge up the field. A crossing attempt was sent up in the air by Jacobo Ramos, and then Ethan Carlson, the keeper, tried to get his hands on the ball. It got tipped in the air, and then Bo Jones was able to clear it away. And we'll have a throw-in coming up here for Buffalo. Jacobo Ramos being checked by one of the officials to make sure he's all right. Jacobo probably not very happy with the proceedings tonight, but it looks like he's going to stay in the game here. And we're going to have a throw-in coming up for Buffalo. Looking to trigger it in is Gabe Rail for the Bison. Buffalo 4, Alexandria 1, second half in this Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer Championship match. Now we have a foul called as Andrew Mayer came out to challenge a Buffalo player for possession, and the Bison are going to be awarded the free kick. This will be just outside of the penalty box area, about 17 to 18 yards away from the goal line. And Hunter Scott will take this free kick for Buffalo. As you're watching on YouTube, the C on his armband, the right arm, indicates that he's one of the captains. He bends one in, and the header goes a little bit high as trying to get the finish there was senior Gavin Johnson for Buffalo. So we'll have a goal kick coming up for the Alexandria Cardinals. Unofficially now 19 shots at the goal for Buffalo, 4 shots at the goal for Alexandria. Shots on goal, 12 for the Bison and 2 for the Alexandria Cardinals. 4-1 Buffalo with the lead as we're in the second half. Each of these teams has been away from the state boys soccer tournament for the same amount of time, 21 years. Buffalo advanced in Class AA in 2004. Alexandria advanced in Class A that same year. Wes Thompson was the head coach of the Alexandria boys soccer team when it qualified back in 2004. Now the Bison looking to gain possession and will play it up the left side. Buffalo 4, Alexandria 1 in this Section 8 AAA championship match. Cardinals trying to knock out a second team from the Lake Conference after eliminating St. Michael Albertville last week. Now we have a ball that goes out along the side, and we'll have a throw-in coming up for the Alexandria Cardinals. Jacobo Ramos will play it in for Alexandria. We're now into minute number 53 of tonight's match. Under 28 remaining. Hopefully that won't be the time remaining in the Alexandria season, but if Buffalo continues to maintain this lead, then it will be the Bison looking to advance to state. Now the ball down in the corner right off to the right of us here, and the Cardinals trying to separate the Buffalo player from the ball, and I think the Bison were trying to initiate maybe a corner kick here, as it almost looked like Cade Nissen was trying to protect the sideline to see if Alexandria would knock the ball off him across the end line, but it's going to be a foul and a free kick here for Alexandria. Now the ball kept in. Nissen able to track it down for the Bison. He's going to send one across into the direction of teammate Case Peterson. Buffalo 4, Alexandria 1 in the Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer Championship match. The winners moving on to the State Boys Soccer Tournament to play next week. And now I believe we may have had another foul. Let's see if this was in the penalty box area. The Bison faithful are getting all fired up, and I think that may end up being the fate here, as Buffalo will try to convert on a set piece here. Second foul in the box committed by the Alexandria Cardinals tonight. And so it's going to be a PK, and I think senior Case Peterson is going to be the one to try it here for the Bison. Again, just one-on-one with the keeper, Ethan Carlson. Buffalo looking to stretch the lead to 4 goals here. Peterson will have the opportunity to approach the ball when given the signal, which is right about now. And he'll take the right-footed strike, and he had it knocked away. Save made there. And now another shot, and that's going to go over the goal. I think we're going to make that save by Ethan Carlson, our Culver's play of tonight's game. Always a difficult shot to make, but Ethan was able to come through in spades to stop the penalty kick. Again, it might not make a a difference in the long run of the course of the game, but what a job there by Ethan Carlson to make sure that Buffalo would not make it a 5-1 lead. So the save on the penalty kick by Ethan Carlson, tonight's Culver's play of the game. Our thanks to Culver's of Alexandria for sponsoring the play of the game. Culver's, welcome to Delicious. Now Ethan Carlson will take a free kick here, or a goal kick, if you will. Unofficially, Ethan Carlson now up to 10 saves in the match. 4-1 Buffalo with the lead. We're now into minute number 55 of tonight's contest. 80 minutes represents full time in regulation play. Alexandria is going to have to try to whittle away at a 3-goal deficit if it hopes to extend the season. Again, it's been a terrific year under interim head coach Phil Pham. Boy, the Cardinals have really taken on to, Coach Pham's philosophy. Just visiting with a lot of the players during the course of the year. Coach Pham really meticulous at preparation. He studies a lot of film. He's very plugged into the audio-visual assistance that is at his disposal, and he kind of formulates game plans based on what he's seeing in terms of tendencies of the opponents. So, again, I'm of the opinion that I think Coach Pham has done enough this year that he merits getting the permanent head coaching job. Now, I'm sure he will apply for that before the start of the next season, but the position will be opened up, and then he has the opportunity to apply. Cam Costers is going to head over to the sideline. I believe Andrew Mayer is also checking out. And I believe we're going to have a yellow card being presented here to a Buffalo player. That draws the ire of some of the Bison faithful. I think Stone Hole ended up getting the yellow here. Cam Costers and Andrew Mayer were just coming over to the sideline to have a little bit of liquid refreshment before play resumes. I think we're going to take a 30-second break here. Second half in the Section 8 AAA Championship match. Your numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard have Buffalo leading the Alexandria Cardinals 4-1.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Kai Williams will be the player entering the game for the Buffalo Bison as Stone Hole ends up going to the bench after drawing a yellow card. We're into the 56th minute of the match. Ironically, it was in this minute of the match on Thursday night that Rogan Anderson was able to get a beautiful crossing pass from Patrick Klecker to result in the only goal in Alexandria's 1-0 victory over St. Michael Albertville. Now Buffalo is going to try a cross of its own over on the left edge of the penalty box area. Now it's going to come through, but Cam Costers will clear it away. Challenge for the ball here. Now it's going to come toward the keeper, Carlson, and he'll scoop the ball up. And now Carlson will punt the ball away. Ball's going to be up in the midfield area. Now Andrew Mayer coming up the left side for the Alexandria Cardinals, looking to play it across, but now it gets broken up. And now Buffalo will try to send it up the sideline. It's going to be kept in play. Now a ball redirected by Julian Ramos. Now the Bison coming back after gaining possession. Here's a break and a chip shot, and it's going to result in a goal. Ethan Carlson came out to try to slow it down, and Buffalo has added to the lead. Gavin Johnson able to slip ahead, and he will score the goal here in the 57th minute, and Buffalo now has a 5-1 lead. And I heard a lot of good things. Coach Pham was saying that Gavin Johnson and Hunter Scott, two really dynamic offensive forces for the Buffalo Bison. And Gavin Johnson, the senior, is able to get the goal here. And Buffalo now has a 5-1 lead. And it's looking more and more like the number one seed is going to hold serve on its home field for a third consecutive time. So it's now a 4-goal advantage for Buffalo in this Section 8 AAA final. 5-1 for the Bison. 3 goals in the first half for Buffalo, and now 2 so far here in the second half. Ryan Sandin will re-enter the match for Alexandria. Miles Breitzman will also come into the game. I think you've got Auden Zeller that's going to check out for a brief spell, and Patrick Klecker will check out as well. Again, not the way that the Alexandria Cardinals had hoped this night would unfold. Alexandria fell behind by a goal, got the equalizer from Micah Kitzman in the 26th minute, but Buffalo has done all the scoring since. Now a shot at the goal will go a little bit high, and the Bison will be awarded a goal kick. Again, this is a terrific team that the Alexandria Cardinals are facing tonight. At the end of the regular season, Buffalo was ranked number 3 in Class AAA. And they've got 2 of their Lake Conference rivals that were ranked ahead of them. And in spite of that, Buffalo did not lose to any Lake Conference rival this year, going 5-0-2 in the conference, and the overall record at 12-0-4 during the regular season. Buffalo's ties in the conference were to Wayzata, 1-1, to Maple Grove at 1-1, and to Minnetonka, 1-1. So actually 4-0-3 ended up being the accurate record in league play for Buffalo. Now working up the goal line is a Buffalo player that was looking to attack here. Now it comes over to the left side, and Reed Poser getting to it. Now he's going to put a shot on goal, and the save is going to be made by Ethan Carlson. And now I believe I think it's 10 saves tonight for Ethan Carlson. 5-1 Buffalo in front now in the 58th minute of the match. And unless Alexandria has a huge rally in store, the time remaining, about 22 minutes, will be all that's left in the Alexandria Cardinals season. Now Buffalo again working it into the Alexandria end. Here's a crossing attempt. That's going to go behind a Poser, and it's going to go over along the near side. Now a play goes back out. Rail tries to send one across. That gets broken up. Miles Breitzman's going to send it over to Cam Costers, and now a challenge here, and a save is going to be made on the shot by Trevor Ponick, but because the ball went across the end line, we're going to have a corner kick here for Buffalo. And this will be the 6th corner of the match for the Bison. Hunter Scott will take this corner for Buffalo. He strikes it with his left foot, trying to bend it in close. Now it's going to be played. A shot from the top of the penalty box area goes a little bit high, and it's going to go out. And a goal kick, it's going to be another corner kick. Evidently, the Cardinals were able to get possibly a finger off Ethan Carlson. So now another corner kick here, and a header in front, and it's going to be picked up here by the keeper, Ethan Carlson. So he'll send it away. Playing it up the left side now to Cam Costers. He'll go with a diagonal pass up the right side, but knocked down here by Buffalo. Micah Kitzman now getting a touch here. He had the first half goal for Alexandria. Now it comes back to Bo Jones. Now ahead to Julian Ramos. Now to Costers. He'll try to feed a lead ball ahead, and it's going to be taken here. And now Alexandria looking to attack, and it's going to be played out. And I think we're going to have a throw in here for the Alexandria Cardinals in the attacking zone. Cardinals would like to dent the scoreboard here, trailing by a score of 5-1. We're now into the 61st minute of the match. Dave McClurg bringing you the play-by-play on a damp night in Wright County. As Buffalo, the #1 seed, looking to advance to state for the first time since the aughts decade. Buffalo last went to state in Class AA in the 2-class setup in 2004. Ryan Sandin looks to play the ball ahead, but now Buffalo is going to come with a rush. Now ball gets cleared away. Now Hunter Scott trying to track it down, and it gets played wide, and now over into the corner, crossing attempt, and the Cardinals disrupt that. Bo Jones is going to work it up on the dribble, but then a sliding ball gets sent the other way, and the Cardinals will look to play it up the right sideline. 5-1, Buffalo with the advantage now into the 62nd minute. Now a deep ball ahead. Rogan Anderson, now a shot, and a save is going to be made here. Oh my, that was a good one-timer in front by the Alexandria Cardinals as Rogan Anderson was able to spot it across to Patrick Klecker, but Klecker got stopped. And that was probably the best save for the Bison goalkeeper tonight. Now the Bison look to transition into the offensive end. Alexandria regains control. Here's Costers trying to work it up the left side. Now it's going to be a little bit wide and played down into the offensive end by Alexandria. About to move into minute number 63 of the match. Buffalo 5, Alexandria 1. Those are the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard as we are in the second half. Now the ball is going to come back the other way, and it's going to be in deep and now cleared back. Julian Ramos will try to knock it down here. He'll work on the dribble right through the midfield area. He'll range to the right side. Now we'll send a ball across, and it gets knocked down, and a save is going to be made. Actually, a couple of saves there because there was a brief rebound, and the keeper for the Buffalo Bison, Gerhard Ungaro, able to make the save. Now the ball back into the midfield area. Long ball comes through, knocked down here by Ryan Sandin. He's going to play it ahead now to Micah Kitzman. Kitzman looking to send it up the right side. Played deep, and now Buffalo's going to send it out, and that's going to send us to a 30-second timeout. We're in the 64th minute of the match. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in Section 8 AAA boys soccer. Buffalo leads the Alexandria Cardinals 5-1.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Back to live action at Bison Field East in Buffalo, Minnesota. D-Mac, Dave McClurg with the play-by-play. Jeff James unavailable tonight. If we were to have some state tournament coverage next week, JJ might get back involved, but I anticipate that we'll see Jeff James rejoining us during the high school girls and boys hockey seasons. The ladies are less than a month away from getting the regular season underway, and the gentlemen for the Alexandria Cardinals will be getting their season underway the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Both, I should say both the Alexandria girls and boys hockey teams are in Class AA this year. Alexandria has been in the Section 8 AA for girls hockey. I believe this is the 7th season now, whereas Alexandria is in Class AA for boys hockey for the first time in many, many years. The ball gets cleared across the end line as Buffalo is able to initiate a corner kick here. in the 66th minute of the match. Both teams changing personnel here. Looks like Auden Zeller is going to come back in for the Alexandria Cardinals to spell Jacobo Ramos. Buffalo makes a couple of substitutions, including Henrik Severson. Hunter Scott will take the corner kick here for Buffalo. He takes the right-footed strike, ball headed away out to the edge of the penalty box. Now Zeller has it, and he'll play it up the left side. It's going to go out, and possession will belong to Buffalo on the throw-in. Now Cam Coster's redirected it ahead. Now Buffalo able to get it back. Crossing pass here by Severson. Challenged here, and Alexandria has it. Patrick Klecker will get it over to Fran Rodriguez. Now across the field over to the left side. And Gavin Johnson looking to maintain control. Now it's to Jacob Hahasi, who's into the game for Buffalo. Bison, the number 1 seed, again undefeated in 18 matches so far. And Buffalo seems to be on its way to clinching the Section 8 AAA title, which would be much more satisfying than it was a year ago when on this field in the section final, Bemidji came down to Buffalo and shut the Bison out 1-0. And that sent the Bemidji Lumberjacks onto the state boys soccer tournament. Alexandria in this section for the first time ever, Class AAA Section 8. Cardinals will have a winning record in the postseason, but unless we have a miraculous comeback, it's going to be 2-1 for Alexandria, as the Cardinals now down by 4 goals, and we're now into the 68th minute of the match. And I believe Buffalo is going to be awarded a corner kick here. That will be the 9th in tonight's match for the Bison. Alexandria has yet to take a corner kick in tonight's competition. Hunter Scott has done the majority of the corners for the Buffalo Bison. And I think we're going to have a whistle before the ball gets put in play. And one of the officials having some conversation, maybe a talking to, maybe there was some jostling going on, as that ball was being put in. So I think the Bison will get another corner kick here. Probably just making sure the players for both sides are set before the corner kick comes in. 5-1, the Bison lead the Alexandria Cardinals. Second half in Section 8 AAA boys soccer. The ball bent in, and it's going to angle right across the mouth of the goal and out. And we're going to have a goal kick here for the Alexandria Cardinals. If indeed this is the last game for the Alexandria boys soccer team, they will suffer the sting of getting so close to state. This is the first time since 2004 that Alexandria has played in a section final. So even if this does not end up becoming a win for the Alexandria Cardinals, they can look back as time goes on and they can feel very proud of what they were able to accomplish. 11 wins in the first 17 matches of the year. The only 2 defeats during the regular season came about 72 hours apart to the St. Cloud schools. Apollo handed Alexandria its first loss 2-1 in a Leighton media broadcast on September 16th, and then 2 nights later, St. Cloud Tech defeated Alexandria by a 2-1 score. Tech, by the way, playing for a section championship tonight against the Sartell Sabres. I believe we're going to have a player substitution here. And coming back in is Cohen Medway for Alexandria. I think we had a handball on Alexandria prompting the stop, so Buffalo's going to take a free kick here in the 70th minute. It's Buffalo 5, Alexandria 1. Junior Owen Seastrom leading the Bison attack tonight. 2 goals in the opening half. He tacked on 1 more here in half number 2. Micah Kitzman with the lone goal for the Alexandria Cardinals. Cade Nissen and Gavin Johnson with scores for the Buffalo Bison. Now some more substitutions. Reed Poser will come back onto the pitch for Buffalo. Wyatt Anderson will take the free kick here. Comes on goal, ball up in the air, and Ethan Carlson's going to knock it down and keep the ball in front of him. Now the ball sent away, and it's going to be sent up the field, out off of the Alexandria Cardinals, and we'll have a throw-in coming up for Buffalo. Now a challenge for possession along the sideline, and Buffalo regains control. Here's a ball up the right side, and it's going to spin out of bounds. I think we're going to go ahead and take our last break during play-by-play here in the second half now, as we're deep into the 70th minute. Section A AAA boys soccer in the championship round. The Glenwood State Bank scoreboard has Buffalo leading Alexandria 5-1.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community. As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
Along with our videographer, J.P. Boleen, this is DMAC Dave McClurg on location from Bison Field East on the campus of Buffalo High School. The Bison out of the Lake Conference are just a matter of about 9 minutes away from advancing to the State Class 3A Boys Soccer Tournament, and this will be the second state tournament appearance ever in the history of Buffalo Bison soccer. Buffalo up by a score of 5-1 and looking for another opportunity. Here's a shot that goes a little bit wide on the attempt by Henrik Severson. Buffalo now has unofficially put 27 shots at Alexandria goalkeeper Ethan Carlson. A number of those have been on goal, as Carlson, I believe, has now made 14 saves in the match. Buffalo has been really prolific offensively. Brainerd came down here in the section quarterfinals and was blanked 4-0, and then Buffalo scored 6 against Monticello. 5 of those were in the second half last Thursday night as the Bison pulled away. Here, Buffalo has scored 4 unanswered after Alexandria tied the score back in the opening half. And right now, Buffalo with the game in command, leading by a score of 5-1. Audenzeller battling for possession of the ball, and it's going to be a rolled out throw-in coming up here for the Buffalo Bison. Severson will send it in, and then the ball gets cleared across the end line by Alexandria, and that's going to result in a corner kick for Buffalo. This will be the 10th corner of tonight's match. Trevor Ponick will take the corner kick for the Bison. He'll send it up in the air. The ball cleared away, and now the Cardinals trying to work on dribbling the ball away as Bo Jones sends it over to Audenzeller, and Zeller will send it up the left side. Now a challenge. Patrick Klecker briefly had it. Now it's going to be played across. Ponick trying to connect with his teammate Kai Williams. Now it's going to be sent over, and it will be across the end line, and a goal kick will be coming up for the Alexandria Cardinals. Again, tomorrow night, we will have a special Wednesday night edition of Prep Football. Most of the teams in the state will be playing on Wednesday because this is the MEA weekend, so no classes for the kids Thursday and Friday. Tim Zuffer will join me for the coverage tomorrow night of Alexandria Cardinal football, live from Robbinsdale Armstrong High School in Plymouth, Minnesota. That will be an audio-only broadcast. Alexandria versus Armstrong at 7. We'll take care with the Jartner Motors pregame show at approximately 6:30. The Cardinals looking to extend their win streak to 7 straight after Alexandria wrapped up the district championship last Friday with a victory against the Brainerd Warriors by 31 points. Robbinsdale Armstrong got off to a really good start. The Falcons were 3-0. And then, ironically, Buffalo traveled to Armstrong and handed the Falcons their first loss in Week 4. Armstrong then lost back-to-back games, including one to Spring Lake Park and one to Elk River. And then Armstrong got back on track by knocking off Robbinsdale Cooper last Friday night by 3 points. So Armstrong will be 4-3 going into tomorrow night's game. Alexandria 6-1. Going to have a player substitution here as Alexandria looks to throw it in here in the 75th minute. Again, Buffalo in front by a count of 5-1. Glenwood State Bank brings you our scoreboard updates here in the Section 8 AAA championship match. And now the goalkeeper, Gerhard Ungaro, will play the ball away. Now Buffalo looking to work it ahead. Bo Jones tried to steer it ahead, but Kai Williams now looking to track the ball down. Ryan Sandin going for it for Alexandria. Now the Bison have it once again, looking to work the short passes along that left side. Now a ball right along the goal line, a crossing attempt, deflected here by Ethan Carlson. Then another shot, and this one will be cleared away, and it's off Alexandria across the end line, and we'll have a corner kick coming up for Buffalo. And now it'll be Trevor Ponick taking the corner kick here for the Buffalo Bison. Now Buffalo making some more substitutions. I think Jacob Hahesi back into the match here. And Alexandria is going to make a player substitution as well, as I think Francisco Rodriguez will come back onto the pitch. Now we're going to have Jace Cox. He's going to be the one to take the corner kick here for the Buffalo Bison. He'll take it from the southwest corner off to the left of the keeper, Ethan Carlson, not that far away from our broadcast center. Now a ball placed in front, cleared away. Now another shot, and this one will go over the goal. And we'll have a goal kick here for the Cardinals. Again, Alexandria's season is going to come to an end in about 4 minutes of game time. Alexandria's final record will be 11-3-4 once all is said and done. And the ball placed by Buffalo up at the left side here. Bo Jones making an attempt to try to clear it. It's going to be played deep, and it's going to be out. And now we're going to have a corner kick coming up for the Buffalo Bison. And now a ball gets bent in, and Julian Ramos is able to intercept for the Alexandria Cardinals. He'll look to play it the other way. Alexandria down 5-1 here in the second half. I've been misquoting the Alexandria record. I realized that the Cardinals actually did play a full 16-game regular season schedule, and the record going into the playoffs was 10-2-4. So tack on 2 in the section tournament. So the Cardinals will have a final record of 12-3-4. So I was shortchanging Alexandria 1 win all night long. My bad. Now it looks like Coach Phil Pham will bring in some different people as I see some of the teammates starting to get the opportunity. I think Teddy Sandstead hoping to get the opportunity to come into the game late. Of course, Teddy, one of the good guys. I've enjoyed interacting with him at a lot of Alexandria Cardinal events. I know that he works on behalf of Alexandria Area High School, taking a lot of photos at different games and other scholastic events. So we're hoping that Teddy Sandstead will get the opportunity to come in, but Alexandria would have to possess the ball for that to happen. Right now the Cardinals down by 4 goals, and we're down to the 79th minute, less than 2 minutes remaining in tonight's contest. Now Rogan Anderson looking to play the ball ahead. Now battle for possession, and it's going to go out, and I think we will have that throw in for Alexandria, and that's going to allow Teddy Sandstead to enter the match for the Alexandria Cardinals. Auden Zeller is also, I think Auden Zeller already on the field. So Teddy Sandstead in, Alexandria with the throw in. Ball comes toward Julian Ramos. Now it's going to roll out, and it'll be another throw in for Alexandria. We're about to move into the 80th and final minute of this match. No overtime will be necessary at Bison Field East in Buffalo tonight, as Buffalo is going to defend its home turf one more time before moving on to the State Class AAA tournament next week. Here comes Auden Zeller racing up the left side for the Alexandria Cardinals. He'll work it in deep, plays a ball across. Buffalo's going to try to send it wide. Now it's going to be down in the corner, and the ball will be scooped up here. And the keeper for the Bison, Gerhard Ungaro, will punt it back into the Alexandria end. Cam Costers slowing it up, now looking to control on the dribble. He'll play a ball further ahead. Now Buffalo regains control. Closing seconds of tonight's match upon us. The Buffalo students off to our left, trying to make the countdown audible here. And one more punt by Ethan Carlson. The horn sounds, and the number 1 seed in Section 8 AAA is moving on to the Class 3A State Boys Soccer Tournament. First time ever in Class AAA for Buffalo, because the last time the Bison qualified, only 2 classes existed. Back then in 2004, 16 teams advanced to state. Buffalo was one of those in Class AA. Alexandria was one of those in Class A. But here in 2025, the Cardinals are unable to knock out the top seed. Buffalo's moving on after the Bison defeat the Alexandria Cardinals by a final score of 5-1. So Buffalo remains undefeated on the year, now with a record of 15-0-4. Alexandria ends its season with 12 total victories in a total of 18 outings. The final record for Alexandria in 2025 will read 12 victories, 3 defeats, and 4 ties here in 2025. So that's going to do it for our play-by-play. Again, Buffalo is your Section 8 AAA boys soccer champion after the Bison eliminate Alexandria by a final score of 5-1. We're going to take a break. We'll enjoy some messages from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage, and then we're back with the Jotner Motors post-match report after this timeout.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CEREC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building.
Welcome back to Bison Field East on the campus of Buffalo High School, where the Buffalo Bison boys soccer team is able to capture the Section 8 AAA championship. Buffalo scored first. Alexandria got the equalizer back in the first half, but Buffalo closed out the scoring with 2 goals in the first half, tacked on 2 more in the second half, and Buffalo eliminates Alexandria from the postseason. The Cardinals finishing off one of their better seasons in school history, one step short of making the State Class 3A boys soccer tournament. Alexandria gets the suffers the defeat as Buffalo earns the victory by a final score of 5-1. We do thank you for joining us for our broadcast coverage tonight on our latent media platforms, including People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio through the Voice of Alexandria app, powered by Mission Mechanical Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. And we thank you for watching our coverage tonight. Again, kind of a unique angle because we were set up on field level rather than in the press box. The press box is extremely small for the Bison soccer pitch here. I believe there's only room for basically a couple of different crews, and that includes the Buffalo radio crew and then the Lake Conference Network doing the live video streaming. But we broached the idea to Nick Gaida, the activities director at Buffalo High School, wondering if, one, we could set up a tent either in the stands, and then he brought up the idea of setting up the tent on the field. And so we basically are on the cylinder track here in Buffalo, just a little bit off the goal line on the south end of the field. And it really turned out to be, by and large, a pretty good view. And again, we've had some, kind of raindrops that have been sailing through, but by and large, we are much more dry and comfortable than we would have been had we set up in the stands and gotten soaked throughout the course of the night. We will not be having any post-match guest with this being the final game of the season for the Alexandria Cardinals, but again, a remarkable year for the Alexandria boys soccer team. They have finished with 10 wins in the regular season, tack on 2 more, including a couple of home wins against metro area teams, but Buffalo has a really fine squad. Again, you don't get to 15-0-4 by accident here. Buffalo plays in the extremely challenging Lake Conference. At the end of the regular season, the Bison were ranked number 3 in Class 3A, and they had a couple of Lake Conference opponents that were ahead of them in the rankings. Buffalo's, again, had 3 ties in the conference, and they won the other 4 games that they played. And obviously out of the conference, Buffalo undefeated, and the Bison under Jordan Danielson are going on to state now at 15-0-4, and it'll be interesting to see where Buffalo gets seated for the Class AAA State Boys Soccer Tournament, which will get underway next week. Scoring recap in today's match. Buffalo got the scoring started. Set piece resulted in a penalty kick as a foul got called in the penalty box on Alexandria. Owen Seastrom was able to score on the PK. That occurred in the 23rd minute of the match to break the scoreless tie. It didn't take long for Alexandria to counter as the Cardinals were awarded a set piece of their own, a free kick that initially got deflected, but then Micah Kitzman was able to put in a rebound, and the equalizer came in the 26th minute of the match. 1-1 at that point, and things were looking good for Alexandria. But then Seastrom was able to find a goal during the run of play in the 34th minute. And then the Bison were able to get more separation right before halftime when Cade Nissen scored in the 37th minute. Buffalo up 3-1 at the break. And then the Bison would add 2 more in the second half. Seastrom completing his hat trick early in half number 2, scoring in the 44th minute. And then one of the terrific seniors for Buffalo, Gavin Johnson, scoring in the 57th minute. And that would cap off the scoring. Buffalo had the opportunity to add another, but Ethan Carlson was able to stop a penalty kick in the second half. That stop on the PK by the senior Ethan Carlson ends up being our Culver's play of tonight's game, presented by Culver's Restaurant in Alexandria. Culver's, welcome to Delicious. Unofficial numbers on the night. Shots at the goal. Buffalo finished with 30. Alexandria finished with 7. Shots on goal that either resulted in goals or saves by the opposing goalkeeper. Buffalo with 21 shots on goal. Alexandria with 4. So that means Ethan Carlson made 16 saves in his final start as an Alexandria varsity soccer player. And the goalkeeper for Buffalo, Gerhard Ungaro, ended up making 3 saves in the match. Buffalo ended up with 12 corner kicks in tonight's competition. So again, Buffalo eliminates Alexandria. The top seed in Section 8 AAA will represent this section in the State Boys Soccer Tournament, which begins next week. And for Alexandria, a memorable season ends in the section final. Phil Pham, in his year as interim head coach of the Alexandria Cardinals, guides his team to a final record of 12 wins, 3 defeats, and 4 ties. One more break, and then we're back to wrap things up from Buffalo as part of our Juttner Motors post-match coverage. But now, these words.
Resorts Marine in Osakis. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osakis.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
Jetner Motors, your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors, your best price dealer.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind. Because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
The awards ceremony wrapping up here at Buffalo's Bison Field East. Congratulations to the Buffalo Bison. The Bison moving on to the State Class 3A Boys Soccer Tournament, now at 15-0-4 on the year after defeating Alexandria 5-1 in the section final. So the Cardinals end their year at 12-3-4. Excellent showing in 2025 under interim head coach Phil Pham. Tonight's game marks the last for a number of people that have been able to don the Alexandria boys soccer jersey throughout the course of not only 2025, but in years gone by. Congratulations to Ethan Carlson, to Camden Costers, also to Miles Breitzman, to Francisco Rodriguez, to Julian Ramos, to Jackson Bertram, to Auden Zeller, to Andrew Mayer, to Bo Jones, and to Mason Hubner, as they represent the members of the class of 2026 that really showed well for the Alexandria boys soccer team. Again, this is not the outcome that the Cardinals were striving for. They were very upbeat, the players and the coaches as well, that they would have a game plan to knock off Buffalo and try to give the Bison some heartbreak on their home field for a second consecutive year. But it was not to be, as the Bison hold serve on their last true home game on this pitch at Bison Field East in 2025. And Buffalo's moving on to the State Class 3A Boys Soccer Tournament. Alexandria ends up with a final record of 12-3-4. We thank Phil Pham, the interim head coach of the Alexandria Cardinals. He was a guest earlier tonight during our Jetner Motors pre-match coverage, and it's been terrific to hear updates from him and work with him during the course of the fall season. And again, tip of the cap to all of the Alexandria Cardinal players and coaches on a job well done here in 2025. Our next play-by-play broadcast will be tomorrow night. We'll be back in the Twin Cities metro area. Tim Zuffer will join me for a radio broadcast of Alexandria Cardinal football. Again, no live video streaming tomorrow night. Robbinsdale Armstrong has denied us the opportunity to do the live streaming, so audio tomorrow night as Armstrong and Alexandria play football in the regular season finale. The Jetner Motors pregame show will be on the air Wednesday evening at approximately 6:30, and play-by-play will follow at 7 o'clock. J.P. Boleen has been on site here at Bison Field East to bring you the live video streaming here on our Leighton Media platforms. Special thanks to Jetner Motors for sponsoring our post-game report, and to our other boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage for delivering tonight's Section 8 AAA boys soccer match. Again, Buffalo is your winner in Section 8 AAA. Alexandria finishes runner-up in the section after the Cardinals are defeated by the Buffalo Bison 5-1. For Steve D., our KXRA studio engineer, and for J.P. Boleen, this is D-Mac Dave McClurg saying so long from Buffalo, Minnesota.